Hello. I'd first like to say that I don't think that there is a problem with the service of the trash. It comes on time and what it's supposed to do. I don't think that that's the issue at hand. And I know I hear some of you talk about recycling, and I'm going to get on recycling here for a minute. When I hear let's bid the same service, I'm hearing trash, but I'm not hearing about recycling. Are we going to stay on the twice a week or twice a month recycling service? And what is this bid going to encompass with that? Because I know that the TARE board has thought about all of these, things, but I hear if it's not broke, then don't fix it. But I don't think that our recycling efforts are up to par compared to other cities at this time. And is recycling part of this new amendment, and what is the word?
Addendum.
Addendum, yeah, I still can't get it. That's what I'm not hearing. All I'm hearing is about trash, 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 trash. And I know I hear Christiansen and Maria say that they're about recycling, but if they underbid and we just go with trash, there's got to be some money in there for recycling. And so is that going to be part of this new bid, or is it going to stay with the same service that we have? And I also, this poll that everybody keeps talking about, this 94% satisfaction, I looked at the age demographics on this poll, and 88% of this poll is 45 and older. 12% of that is 45 and younger. As the young generation, I don't feel like our voice is being heard in this poll. And what's being spun is that everybody's happy with it. Everybody's happy with it. But to me, 88% of the 45 and older are happy with it, and 12% of the 45 and younger are the only ones that are talking here. And what about our children? Do we keep the same plan that we've had for 30 years? I personally think that the TARE board has in mind our future. And if we stick with the past, or if it's not broke, don't fix it, and you guys don't think that the current system is not broken, what about 10 years from now? If we don't go with these CNG trucks, which are environmentally friendly, and the air pollution gets worse, we're not conserving our resources like we should be. What about that? Has anybody thought about what maybe the children would want? And that's what I'm here today to do, because I work with children, and I'm constantly educating them on environmental efforts, recycling, and things like that. Martina, don't you have like 9 grandchildren? And how are they on these thoughts of recycling and taking care of the environment? Do you want them breathing in bad air 10 years from now? I think that we have to start thinking about the future here, and whereas we're sitting here talking about this trash plan, let's keep the old. What about the new? What about the new? Because I'm not hearing anything about the new. All I'm hearing is about the old. And meanwhile, Edmond, Norman, Oklahoma City, they've all got carts. They're all doing this system. But hey, let's be Tulsa and let's be a turtle at this and stay behind. My other big concern with the trash is that every Monday and Thursday I had to go outside and pick up my neighbor's trash because they couldn't get a trash container. And it would...
We have 1 minute.
Okay. It would blow all over. And I would have to constantly go out there and clean up after their mess. Not to mention that they put out so much trash compared to mine, and I'm paying the same rate as them. That's not fair. When I'm sitting here trying to be conserved and not be wasteful, and they're paying the same amount as me. And I just don't think that that's fair. And as on the elders thing also, about the elders trying to get the trash to their curb, I think that neighbors and caregivers and people like that need to step up and help them. It's being done in other major cities and things like that. So I am for forward thinking, and accepting the past is just, It's not going to happen. I mean, and honestly, I'm a young person, and if we continue in this town to stay with the past, I'm leaving. I'm going to go to a city that's more innovative, that's more forward-thinking, and you guys are going to start losing people. I'm here to tell you. So, thank you.
Councilor Martino?
Thank you. I would, you made a mistake. There you go.
You're trying to conserve
See, I've got to
there.
come over here and put my arm around John to get to speak to this mic. So. You made a statement about that our recycling was not up to par.
No, it's not.
By what figures, or how did you determine this?
Twice a week, twice a month service, and a real 18. The statistics from the thing is that 11% are very satisfied. There is a 60% satisfaction rate for the recycling efforts, but once again, that is for 45 and older. The young generations are the ones that are doing the recycling. They want more service. I am a Tulsa Master Recycler. I am out on the streets promoting recycling efforts, and everybody I talk to is not happy with their service. And there's a lot of people that are just moving in here, and they're like, what's going on? Why can't you guys do this? Why isn't your government taking care of this? Well, if it's not broke, then don't fix it.
Well, yeah.
That's going to be my new thing to them.
Sure, that's a great cliche, but you know, I think the trash haulers are saying, the independents are saying, they don't have any problem with recycling. They can take the trash and take it to the trash plant over here, and they do the recycling. If you really are interested in seeing how the cart service is working out, and I've gone there to the northwest quadrant up here, and I've traveled through with the city truck with Eric and observed the trash collection with the big carts now. I think you would get your eyes open, and I think that where you locate the trucks, the way we located them was just drive down the street and watch where the trash was. Then we found where the truck was. It was a real bad day. I don't blame the haulers. They were working real hard. But I blame the people that put the trash in the containers. It was stacked alongside. The trash haulers, the city workers, had a terrible time. It was raining. It was not nice. And the carts were cumbersome. And there's a 15% failure rate on these carts. So
15%?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's what I've been told. And
And what about the other 85?
Pardon?
What about the other numbers? 85, right? 85?
That's correct.
That's successful, or what is that?
15% of the carts, they determine that will fail, that have problems and they have to fix or replace. So it is an expense. And I have a daughter about your age, and she is right in the middle of me right now, recycling.
Good for her.
I'm very familiar with how she thinks, but, you know, I can understand it, and I do have 9 grandchildren, and I do worry about them, and I care about them. But right now, I also care about the citizens, the senior citizens. We need to look at them. We need to be concerned about how all these other people are on the trash. And I'm not saying this contract has to be carried on forever. I'm saying we need to phase into it, and we need to have somewhere where at least that we can move into it. Right now, I think that we're not out of the woods on all this, all financial things that's happening. And there's a lot of senior citizens, and they're on a fixed income. And
I know.
Honestly, I have a little 95-year-old lady that lives next door to me, and she goes out there twice a week with her little trash can, puts it out. She couldn't handle a big cart.
I know, so
honestly,
in the big cities right now, they are. What, is Tulsa an exception to this rule?
Have you been to cities that have trash service and leave that cart out in the street? That is off on the side of the curb. It is.
No, I've seen our city
unsafe.
on trash day, and it looks like a dump. If you drive down the neighborhoods,
Yeah, but
it's
what about
horrible
after they
looking.
pick it up?
Huh?
After they pick it up, the next day.
I know,
have
but
an
a dog
ordinance.
can get in it. There's all kinds of things that happen. I mean, my neighbor across the street, every Monday and Thursday, I was like, oh my God, you've got to be
Let me
kidding
also
me.
say, you're probably using up your time for the other
Okay,
speakers.
okay.
So, hold on, Councilor Christiansen.
You know, ma'am, I think you make, mine's on. I think you make some good points, and I don't think the intent to issue an addendum is to make it just as it is. It would be similar to what it is with recycling. I think recycling is a good thing, and I think that will happen.
Okay,
Now,
but
let
that's
me
what I
ask-
hadn't heard, so.
Well, I really believe that would be the case. Now, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see any TARE board members here tonight?
Two,
Okay. Mayor Bartlett's here.
yes.
If we pass this tonight, Mayor Bartlett is the one that you would go to with these issues. And he is totally accessible. He is the
Yes.
Mayor's Action Center. He will listen to what you're saying. He came back to the meeting to listen tonight, which I think is a very admirable thing of him to do.
Hey, man,
The
listen, I
following-
know what you guys are going to vote. I know that, okay?
well,
So
I don't-
I understand your position.
I don't know that yet. I'm just saying to you that I think you will have a louder voice if the vote is taken tonight to give the authority to Mayor Bartlett, because you elected him or voted him or will have the chance to vote for him again. You don't have the opportunity to vote for the TARE board members.
No, you guys
right?
do.
And
That's
you
your
prob-
job.
You probably have his phone number at his office.
I
You have all of
do.
our numbers, too. Do you know, we're accessible, that's all I'm saying. And the only change tonight is improving the voice that the citizens will have. I believe the recycling issue will not change from what is perceived as going to happen in the future, even though there may be an addendum to the RFB. I really believe that.
And I think I'm just standing up for their plan that they have put into place because I kind of know the reality of what's going to happen tonight. So that's, any more questions? We're done.
Anyone else? Thank you.
Thank you.